So, just a little bit of a recap. There was a protest down in Melbourne, I believe it was Melbourne, about a week ago, where the boys, the Patriots, the alt-right, turned up to protest against these African gang violence. And at the end of the day, the mainstream media was trying to make it out that it was alt-right. Fraser Manning, sorry, not Fraser Manning, Senator Fraser, whatever his name was, turned up. I forget his name now, it's getting late. But yeah, everybody made a big song and dance about the senator turning up and marching with these guys who supposedly are alt-right, although none of the people that he was with did the Nazi salute. That apparently happened further up the road, and yeah, it was the media trying to hype it up, trying to make a big song and dance about it. To be honest, I supported the guys. I think everybody should have a right to protest, and I think we do have to have a very uncomfortable discussion regarding African gangs. I don't know what this article was like. Someone actually sent this to me. It's called theunshackled.net. And from what I can tell, it checks out. So let's jump into it and let's talk about this. So while everybody is going on about the senator marching with the, quote, right wing, I'm trying to see if his name's here. I should probably get his name. No, can't find it. Fraser Anning, there it is there. So, yeah. So, Fraser Anning was marching with the Patriots, the people that were against the African gang violence. Apparently, a Victorian Greens leader marched with Antifa extremists at St Kilda. Why no media outrage? So we're going to talk about the double standard after the media went on and on and on about Fraser Anning marching with these guys from the, quote, alt-right. They're talking about him having a discussion with Blair Cottrell. You know, it's just general media hype. You can imagine what it was like. Yeah, but anyway. But the thing is that this senator from the Greens department was actually marching on the other side of the debate. She was actually marching with Antifa, who is a known terrorist organization in the US. So last Saturday, the leader of the Victorian Greens, Samantha Ratnam, Greens MP for Brunswick, Tim Reid, and Greens candidate for Makara, Steph Hodgins, May, attended the St Kilda Antifa rally. Okay, so there's 3 of them. Holy shit. Prominent members of the supposedly mainstream Australian political party attended an event organised by arguably the most radical and violent far-left extremist groups active in Australia today. And the result has been total media silence. As the readers of The Unshackled would know, the Antifa rally on the St Kilda foreshore was a failed attempt to shut down and drown out the meeting organisers to discuss the issues of African crime gangs, an issue a Victoria police has finally and reluctant admitted does in fact exist. The rally was originally called by Sue Munro, the far-left extremist who has had years of well-documented involvement in Marxist groups. Charming. Attended with Sue was her friend and fellow left-wing extremist David Holtz, a man who in 1991 went on a deranged violent rampage, stabbing 7 people, including 59-year-old Lewis Corrick, who later died of her wounds. Sue was backed to the hilt by the Campaign Against Racism and Fascism, or CAF, and a front group for Socialist Alternative, the largest, best organised and most violent political extremist group active in Australia today. The state aim of Socialist Alternative, like the Trotsky's group, is violently overthrow the government as to implement totalitarian communist state. Not exactly happy, clappy moderates, you might say. The left-wing extremist conjugated under a flag bearing the Antifa logo. This logo prominently consists of the red flag representing communism and a black flag representing representing anarchism, thus symbolizing the alliance between those two ideologies who are here around the world make up the majority of Antifa's foot soldiers. And speaking of anarchists, there was also in attendance with clear ballot of Collective Action Group, Slack Backguard, the anarchist organizer of the blog and the same name, as well as the members of the International Workers of the World, the oldest left-wing extremist group in Australia, among the crowd. So, yeah, quite a fair bit of extremists there on the Antifa side. You could say that was the alt-left, right? So the Victorian leader and the House MP and Rising Star candidate of the Greens all proudly attended the rally held by people whose stated aim is to violently overthrow the government, and the media didn't think it was newsworthy. But don't worry, we did. Contrast the treatment of Senator Fraser Anning, whose main policy proposal is that Australia should return to a rather toned down form of the same immigration program. Our country had been federal in 1973. There is not a single media organisation that has not denounced him, smearing him and declaring him beyond the pale. Some of the interviews on commercial TV have been a disgrace. The interview could have achieved the same effect by simply screaming at the senator with furious, demented and spittle-fickled hatred for 3 minutes. There's the Antifa flag there, by the way. So, yet the Greens are free to associate with people who hate Australia so much that some hate Australia so much that some, like long-time socialist alternative activist Tim Barnett, declare that every sight of our national flag makes him want to vomit. Someone put up a whole bunch of flags out front of his house. As part of a trend with an upper house MP from New South Wales, Greens quit in disgust, declaring the party has been infiltrated by Marxists and the exclusion of the former leader and the one-time radical Bob Brown from party deliberates from being too moderate. One would think members of Australia's third largest political party openly marching under the banner of people who want to destroy the concept of Australia itself would be newsworthy, perhaps even cause for alarm. But from our fearless journalists, O valiant Fourth Estate, nothing, nada, not a peep. Once upon a time, such neglect could be explained as a mere laziness or incompetence. After last week and the furious witch hunt against Senator Fraser Anning, that can cause no longer be made. A large majority of Australian journalists are actively helping to cover up left-wing extremists because it suits their personal political views. It's up to us to call them out. And look, at the end of the day, I don't have a problem with the process, okay? I know people are upset over Fraser marching and stuff like that. Most of the people on the left anyway. Suck it up, buttercup. I don't think there was anything wrong with what he did. I don't think Blair Cottrell is a fascist as much as people like to make it out to be. Look, is he right-wing? Sure. He is more conservative. I don't think he's fascist. The whole Nazi reference that people say, he wanted a book and the Mein Kampf to be in every school. That was because of censorship. Someone said to him that Mein Kampf was banned from his school, and Blair Cottrell turned around and said, if that's the case, I'm paraphrasing here, but if that's the case, it should be in every school. He doesn't like censorship. So I think that's where that quote came from. I was going to do another video on that, explaining all that, and actually, I'm trying to interview Blair, but he's hard to pin down. He's a bloody boomer. But look, at the end of the day, I think there is very much a double standard here. Why is it the media lost their shit over Fraser Anning going through and marching with the Patriots, or the right, if you want to call it that? But why did they not care about the Greens marching with the alt-left? These are people that are literally bashing people in the street, and they have the Greens marching with them. That to me is a bigger concern than who Fraser was marching with. But I don't know, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Do you think there is a double standard here? Do you think at the end of the day that the Greens should be asked these same sort of questions like Fraser Anning was asked? Do you think that they're being treated preferentially? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Also, guys, this video probably won't get shared on YouTube, so please feel free to post it wherever you can. Gab, on Twitter, Facebook, whatever, and let's get the word out there, and let's see if we can get the Greens to answer this question. Apart from that, guys, obviously the video's been helpful. Please smack a like. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, I'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great day and enjoy.